All right, so I want to go through the mental journey I went through yesterday on the question of what is truth, why does it matter, um, and yeah, those kind of two questions that are really important in life that we try to that everyone try to answer and pursue. First of all, what is truth? There's a subjective truth, and that's not what I'm going to be talking about. Subjective would be an example like I think pizza's the best. Um, And then objective truth is the other truth, which would be saying, like, there is a God, there is a sun, there is a moon. It's, facts basically outside of us that are true. Um, so, and we can get into the God thing and all that, but basically, what is truth? And so, objective truth, the easiest way to describe it is what is. So basically it's what is. It's without my opinion on it. It's kind of like fact. It's there. So that's kind of like the short answer to that. And then why does truth matter? I think it really matters because it gives us credibility. So, for example, if I am right on something, I'll take an example. COVID kind of was like, hey, I think this is kind of blown out of proportion. And now that President Biden got COVID for the fourth time, nobody really makes a big deal about it. And, it was a common cold, I believe, and there was people to die from it. And if there was people that died from it, I am very sorry for your loss. But like I said, if we go with statistics and look at what's happened and, was it worth shutting down the whole economy? Was it worth what we're dealing with right now in this moment? I say no. And so I think a lot of people, as statistics are coming out, are realizing, hey, this isn't as big as what we thought. So why does that matter? Why does that matter? I mean, there's a bunch of things in life. Why does it matter if I'm right about COVID? Why does it matter if I'm right about anything? And I would say, like, subjective truth again, my personal opinion on some things outside of me doesn't matter. It's just my opinion. But then when we get into truth and objective truth and discussion of that, why it's so important is because, like I say, it gets you into the credibility, and you start to discuss basically what, like, you're a witness to Christ, a witness to what Jesus, God, stood for. He was the truth, the way, and the light. And so, again, why that is important for me is to say, like, I want to live my life. I want to get to heaven someday, and I want to live it in the most truthful way. And even if you're not a Christian, I would say it's important to know truth and false, because I think what I've been learning as of late, if you look at it, things that make sense, like sinful behaviors or bad things that are not good for us or whatever, often don't deal with truth. And if you're wanting to avoid a lot of problems in life, you discuss the truth and you try to figure it out. And I know in my own life, when I have fallen into a sinful state or whatever, it's cold, sinful state, I'm not pursuing truth. I'm not, looking at it. I'm not wanting to know what is right, what is wrong. And I think that's really important because it would save me from a lot of bad decisions if I was open. And a lot of times we just close our minds to what is the right thing. So I think where that comes into play is, again, why does truth matter? Because I think we definitely have an effect on other people, 100%. Other people look at us as examples and use those examples. And if we aren't being truthful with them or straight, people could get the wrong idea of what is true. And so why does that matter? Because people are making decisions for their own self to make their lives better. And then if they're going off of untrue things, facts, statistics, whatever, then it's not their fault. It's not their fault. It's the person that's spreading the untruth, or So you have to be open. In the long scheme of things, either you're pursuing truth or false. If you're pursuing truth, you have to be open to the knowledge or to the discussion, and be understanding and respectful in pursuance of the truth. And if you just don't care about whether it could be truth or not, falsehood or not, then there is no really reason to have a discussion in truth, I guess I believe. So it's kind of important that it's, first of all, based in truth, the discussion is, and it's objective truth, and there's a pursuance of it, like it matters to people. And if it, it's not a sin. It is a sin if we don't know it, but it's not a big, it's not a bigger sin if we don't know something. If we don't know something, how can we know if it's right or wrong? How can we know if it's right or wrong if we just don't know, if it's never been made aware to us? And so, that's why I want to be very open with people, and in these videos, even if you see something or you have a question on something, definitely shoot me a text or a message or something. I don't know unless I'm told a lot of times, and I know everybody doesn't see things how I do. I understand that, and that's why I'm open to pursuing to understand. I want to understand and not be so judgmental, be so I don't know the right word, maybe heartless. I don't know, but be so stuck in idea. I want to be open. I want to be understanding, and I definitely be open to people that want to have those conversations 100%. I think it's, maybe you can affect my life and change my life for the better if there's something I'm doing that's wrong. So would love those conversations. But that's kind of how I see truth, what it is, and why it matters so much. And then we can discuss the topics from there. But that's the basis, again, for a lot of decisions or discussions. Why does it matter? Well, basically, in short answer is because it affects other people, not only myself, but other people, because other people look at me and as an example and go from there. So again, kind of walk you through the steps. But anyways, here in beautiful Northern California on the lake, and that was kind of what I'm thinking. Thanks for watching.